Welcome to episode 1 of Highbrow.
Our quote for the day is, "Another one?" by DJ Khaled.
And speaking of JJ Khaled, we're going to have our top 5 breakfast foods draft. I get number 1 pick.
No. Okay.
I'm getting number 1 pick. Okay. At number 1, I have a chocolate croissant.
Are you French?
No. I just like a good chocolate croissant.
Okay.
What's your pick?
Number
Did you
1.
just mark that off?
What? Number 1's waffle.
Okay. Nice and classic. For my number 2 pick, I'm going to choose eggs and bacon.
That's 2 things, buddy.
This goes together.
No, it doesn't either.
You've obviously never read Green Eggs and Ham.
Well.
It goes together.
We're not talking about ham.
Bacon and ham are the same thing. Go ahead. Number 2 pick.
Pancakes.
All right, for number 3, I'm going to choose...
You have nothing to add to that.
What? No. It's a boring pick. You got waffles and pancakes.
Yes.
That's a terrible... You got to have some diversity in your draft.
You
Your
have
team, have some diversity.
chocolate.
Okay,
chocolate.
if you're drafting a team in fantasy football, do you start with 2 quarterbacks? It's the same thing.
What makes
you got waffles and then you got pancakes.
2 solid players.
But you can't have both. When do you ever eat
You
both
can't
at
have
the
2
same
solid
time?
players?
Okay, if you have Patrick Mahomes, next year you're going to draft Joe Burrow.
No, I'm going to draft the best wide receiver probably.
Thank you.
So I'm going to draft
Thank you.
Justin Jefferson.
We're still on breakfast foods. I'll let you change your pick though, because I don't want you to have waffles and pancakes.
No.
Okay. For my number 3 pick, I'm going to choose a bagel. Put some jelly on it. I don't like cream cheese.
Okay.
What's your pick?
Hash browns.
Okay, that was actually my next pick. Okay, for my 4th pick, I'll go with French toast with syrup. I've got a very well-rounded team right now.
Your whole list is fattening.
You started with waffles and pancakes, bud.
Carbs.
How do you get
started
fat?
with
How do you get fat?
sugar.
No, you start with... Okay. What's your number 4 pick?
Number 4.
Yeah.
We're gonna curve the BMI of my list and go with fruit.
Fruit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like a fruit platter?
Fruit plate.
What's your number 1 choose fruit? What's your number 1 fruit?
My number 1 fruit?
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
That's not fruit.
You're so ignorant.
All right, in the comments below, decide whether a tomato is a fruit or not, because I don't think it is. All right, at number 5, I'm gonna go with donuts.
Yeah. Your whole list is what is so fattening. I mean,
Okay, bud. Okay, what's your last pick?
syrup.
Syrup?
Syrup.
The syrup comes with the waffles and the pancakes that you chose.
No. Syrup. Its
Okay.
own entity.
All right.
Maple syrup, more specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
Or sugar-free syrup.
Speaking of syrup.
Or they have like natural syrup.
Speaking of syrup.
It's like
Speaking of syrup.
pure.
Speaking of
sugar
syrup.
cane. I mean.
Speaking of syrup,
I
we
mean,
have
me
the
personally,
top
I wouldn't
25.
go for that. I'd go for the maple
Speaking
syrup.
of syrup, we have the top 25 AP poll for NCAA football. What are your thoughts on this rankings?
I think that Georgia is too highly ranked.
Too highly ranked?
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to repeat?
No.
Who do you think is going to win?
Who I think is going to repeat?
Yes. No, who do you think is going to win the championship? You can't repeat if you didn't win last year.
USC.
USC? With that defense, they gave up 24 points to that no-name team?
First game of the season.
Okay. So I guess you think Caleb Williams is going to win Heisman too?
No.
Who's going to win Heisman?
Carson Beck.
So Georgia's going to have the Heisman winner, but they're going to lose the championship. But USC is going to go the other way around.
Correct.
Okay. Highlights of the rankings. Number 20, you got Oklahoma, led by quarterback General Booty. My
With
favorite
Coach
college
Brent
football player.
Venables.
Yep.
Oklahoma's always highly ranked though, and they're never really
Coach
that good.
20, not that high.
or like they're in the top 25.
My sleeper pick is definitely
Like
Tulane.
Bowling Green would kill to be in the top 25.
Definitely, my sleeper pick is Tulane. They're known for their high-powered offense and high-powered defense. They always are so good.
Where did Tulane end up last year? Where did they end?
What state is Tulane from? Could you tell me?
It's definitely gives me mad Illinois vibes.
Yeah, okay, I think you might be right.
I think it's Ohio.
Tulane,
though.
Illinois.
Tulane, Ohio.
You would know.
I've been to Ohio.
You are from Ohio.
Lots of syrup in Ohio.
Speaking of Ohio State is ranked over Alabama. What do you think about that?
That's correct because Alabama has no longer has Bryce Young, and their quarterback is some guy they haven't even named yet.
All right, and Michigan is also above Alabama. You think that's right?
Michigan has a lot of returning players like Blake Corum and
They got that quarterback. that's good. Yep.
Cade McNamara.
No. That's the guy that got benched.
That's on me.
I don't
Cade,
know the guy's name.
Not his name. Cade starts with an MC. His last name does.
No, you're thinking of the right idea, but it's the wrong guy. I don't remember his name.
Okay, thanks for giving me the benefit of
Yep.
the doubt.
Other highlights, you got Iowa with the best defense and the worst offense in college football last year at 25.
You think Iowa had the best defense last year?
Yeah. But the defense had more points than the offense did, I think.
You think?
Yes.
You might
That's
have
how bad their
fact-checked
offense
yourself.
was. Okay. You don't
Well, who does Iowa play on a given weekly
Big Ten,
basis?
Ohio State, Michigan.
Northwestern,
Ohio State, Michigan.
Illinois,
Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan. Did they beat Ohio State or Michigan?
No, but they
That's what I
had a
thought.
good defense. And thanks for watching that segment. The next segment is something we're going to do every week. We're going to start doing a top 5 players for sports players. This week, Connor, I want you to give me your top 5 WNBA players.
And on that bombshell, we end. See you next time.